Alright, how's it going everybody? So today I'm going to show you guys how to make a render for yourself. It's fairly easy. It's really not that difficult. All you got to do is just get it down first and then you'll be good to go. So first things first, you're going to need either Moon Animator or Load Character Pro, whichever one you want, or Light even. It's free. So is Moon Animator. So I like to use Moon Animator just because I've been using it a lot longer than I have Load Character. So in this case, I'm going to use my character, John Skull. So you can either put in the character's ID or you can put in their name as well. It has to be the username, not their nickname. So let's go ahead and insert my character. There he is. Now, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go into properties and you're going to scroll down to where it says transform. And in origin position, you're going to go ahead and click that. You're going to delete whatever's there. You're going to put 0, comma 3, comma 0. Then you're going to press enter. So that's going to move them around to the center of the map, I guess. So the next step from here is fairly simple. So you want to separate your accessories that you're going to be putting in the render away from your character. So how we do this, you just click the hat, you hold control, you click the other one, then the other one, then the other one. You go ahead and drag it out to workspace. So your character is going to be bald, right? So now you're going to click the model of your character. You're going to right click. You're going to click export. Now I have a folder called Blender OBJs. Here you can see the people that I've made so far. All you're gonna do is you're gonna name it, I don't know, John Skull Part 2, I guess. So you're gonna go ahead and save that. Then you just press Control Z. This time you're gonna click the humanoid on your character. Actually, I don't know why that came out gray, so I don't know why that happened, but I'm just gonna reinsert. That's the first time I see that. Alright. Anyways, if that happens, you can always just reinsert your character. So this time we're going to get rid of the humanoid. We're going to put that to workspace. So your character is not going to have a texture anymore. So he's just going to be a plain character. Now the same thing, you're going to press control on each of the hats and you're going to export it. So this is going to be John Skull um, hats 2. So when you export, it's going to be your player's name. I already have one to my name, so that's going to be interesting how I'm going to find it. But anyways, when you do that, you're done here. You can close Studio. Now you're going to need Blender for this. So I'll be putting the links in the description. So you're going to need Blender, you're going to need Polyhaven, and you're going to need the Paint Rig V3, which I also forgot to open up, but I'll have the link in the description. It's just a Google Drive download. So when you download it, you'll be done with that. So you're going to need Paint Rig V3 right here. I'm going to double click. So this is going to pop up. So the first thing we want to do is we want to go into Edit. We want to go into Preferences. Going to go into Key Map. Now this search bar right here, we're going to search up walk. So right here in 3D view, view navigation, our keyboard is selected, and then I have it to Shift F. It might be Shift comma. So Shift F is a lot easier for me, but if you want to set it to something else, you can. So that's just a simple way to move around in Blender. Another way you can move around is by pressing your mouse wheel. You press it and hold it, and then you just move your mouse, right? You can also zoom in, zoom out. But with Shift F, I'm going to press it right now. You can see we start to move. Now you can move your mouse, you can scroll your wheel up like a bunch of times and it'll start making it go faster. Or you can scroll it backwards, making it go slower, right? This is going to be important for when we use the camera to get our pose right. So you have this character here, you have no idea what's going on. First time in Blender, maybe not, and it's a lot of stuff and you're confused, right? So was I. So we're going to zoom in right here. You see this folder right here, open image, click that. Go into the folder where you saved your OBJ. right here. It's gonna say your name, and it should say underscore diff.png. Maybe it might say texture underneath right there. Whichever one. Bam, here we go. That's our character, right? But you're wondering, okay, where's the hats? Well, that's why we separated them earlier. So we're gonna go into File, Import. I'm gonna go into OBJ right here, Wavefront OBJ. Go back into that same folder you saved it in. And we're gonna look for John School Hats 2 because I named it 2.obj. Right, bam, there we go. So now we got our hat, now we got our character. So you're probably wondering, all right, we're good, right? Now how do we do the poses and the pictures? Well, wrong. So over here, you're gonna notice that we have a bunch of stuff right here, all the body parts and stuff. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna click John School Hats 2 or whatever you named it. Now this part is really important. This is how you, I guess, you anchor it to your character. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna be holding control right now. You're gonna be, never mind. You're gonna scroll up first. You're gonna see where it says A underscore head attachments. Now you're gonna hold control. Make sure the hats are selected first. You're gonna hold control. You're gonna click it, right? You see how that part right there just got selected? Now you're gonna come back over here. You're gonna press control again, and you're gonna press P. Make sure your mouse is like near your character. It has to be here. It cannot be up here or down here. It'll mess it up and it won't show up. So control P, this is gonna show up. You're creating a parent to the body. I just moved it. So anyways, press object, bam, now it's connected. Now we can just move this up. We're done here. Now we're gonna go back into preferences. Let me see where the thing is. I'm still pretty new to Blender, if I must admit. All right, so here we're gonna go into system. So make sure that this is selected to CUDA, not none, and make sure that your graphics card is selected. So once that's selected, you're good here. Now, the next step we're gonna do is we're gonna start making our pose for our character, right? So we're gonna click the body right here. So now our character is selected. We're gonna go into where it says object mode. We're gonna click pose mode, right? So with pose mode, you can do a bunch of interesting things. You can click on them here. You can click move, rotate, scale, transform. I like to use rotate most of the time, but you can also move. So with move, you can just, move them around, whatever you want to do. You can move them like that. Usually if it's the limbs, you can like move them from the body. If you want to undo it, just press Control Z. If you want to redo it, Control Shift S. Or wait, no, that's the wrong one. Control F Z. There we go. So Control Z and then Control Shift Z. If you don't like it, you can always just change it in the Preferences tab. So let's say you wanna, I don't know, make them squat. So you're gonna click that lower part right there next to the legs. You're just gonna use the arrows, make them squat. Okay. All right. So now let's get to our pose. I'm gonna do something really simple. Just move his arm. Right there. You can also move the head. So the important part about anchoring your hats to your head is, well, that if you were to move your head, the hats would like not move with them. So yeah, make them look up. You know, whatever. Let's make it really simple. Let's do that for now. Okay. So you got your pose, and then what you're missing now is the shading. So there's another website I told you in the beginning, Polyhaven. So Polyhaven, you're gonna come here, you're gonna go into Assets, and you're gonna click HDRI. So here, this is basically your shading that's gonna be in the frame or in the render. So you can pick whichever one you want. I think I use one called Park, but I can't find it right now. Anyways, whenever you want to get one, come over here. Make sure that HDR is selected. You can put it into 1K, 2K, 4K, 8K. The stronger your computer, the stronger you want to do it. I just use 8K because it's what's preferred for me. Then you just download it. No, I'll do this one for you guys as an example. So this is the Belfast farmhouse. So you download your HDR. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna go into this side. You see how there's the camera and all this other stuff. You're gonna go into here where it says world, right here. Now for color, you're gonna click this yellow dot. You're gonna click environment texture. It's gonna open this up. All you gotta do is click open on here in the folder. Go into your downloads, search up HDR. So then we got was the farmhouse, right? So we're gonna click that. Now, before I actually put in the background, I like to make sure a couple things are done. So we're gonna go back to camera. You can choose which render engine you want to use. Some people use Eevee, some people use Cycles. I prefer Cycles. It's the best one that works for me. Now your device, make sure that it's selected to your graphics card, so your GPU compute. Now, in order for the render to come out crispy clean, or whatever you want to call it, just click denoise here. And then when render is selected down here, make sure denoise is also active. All right. So now that we're good here, let's go ahead and click this bottom viewport shading option. So that's gonna load it in. As you can see, we have a background now, and the shading is also in effect, as you can see. So if you don't like how the shading is here, you can always move your character by clicking this box right here in the bottom. So it's on rotate, make sure it's on rotate. So just go ahead and move it. You can see that the shading moves along with it. So move it however you want, make sure you get whatever lighting you want. If you want to move them more over there, you can, and rotate them. It depends on what you go for, honestly. If you want more shading, you can. If you want more sunlight, you can. Whatever you want. Now, let's say I'm satisfied with this, right? Next step, we're going to go ahead and make this transparent. So we're going to go into the camera. We're going to go into film. If you don't see it, just scroll down. So when you're in film, you're going to see that it says transparent here in a little box. Just click that. Bam. Now, you got the thing transparent. You're ready to take your picture. So we're going to go back up here where we attached your head attachments. We're going to scroll up. We're going to click on cube. That's just to deselect it. Now, you're going to see that this popped up, the add. So you either press Shift A or you just click add, and we're going to add a camera, right? So now that our camera is made, we're going to press 0 on the numpad. So go ahead and press 0 on your numpad now. Boom. Now you're probably wondering, well, I can't see anything, right? So this is where the walking I told you about comes into effect. So press Shift F or whatever you moved it to, and just press and hold S to move backwards, right? And there you go. Now you can start choosing what kind of you know, angle you want it, whatever you want to make it look like. So let's say I'm satisfied with this, right? We're gonna press click, or we're gonna left click right there. So just about done now. Just making sure everything's correct. We got GPU compute. Let's see. So we're gonna go into here and we're gonna go into resolution. This is right underneath the camera. You can change it. You can either click and hold and move left and right. Right. You can do whatever you want. So whenever you're done putting your resolutions and all that, you're basically good to go. So you just come up to render, render image, and then it'll start to render. Depending on how strong your computer is, it's how long it's gonna take. So right here to tell you the remaining time and then the time it took to make it. So right there, there's our render. This one came out kind of bad, so I'm gonna try to redo it. I don't remember what the resolution was like, so I'm gonna go back to camera. Okay. Don't mind me, I'm just trying to fix it. I like to keep my resolution at 1920, as you guys saw over here. 1920 by 1080. I noticed that one comes out a lot cleaner. So, once again, just render it. It's gonna denoise now. Alright, so when you're done, you just press image, save as. I have a renders folder. So we're gonna name this John School FYT, because that's the YouTube video one. Go ahead and save that. So there you go. That's how you guys make your render. If you have any questions, just drop a comment. I'll make sure to respond as much as I can. And if not, just hit me a DM, in the Discord or whatever you guys want. I'll make sure to link everything down there. All right. Thank you for watching.